we kind of keep looking at, what is all of this conspicuous consumerism, narcissism, what does it all add up to? What does it really mean? And for Coop, I think he kind of comes to a realization that there's an awful lot more at stake when you talk about how much time do you have left with your family, how much time is there really at all, and he has to come face to face with quite a few of those problems this season. So it's going to be emotionally satisfying as well as fun.
Mel is, her story arc starts with her having the realization that she's in menopause. So, and I personally didn't realize this, but a lot of funny stuff apparently can come out of having menopause. So yeah, she gets into a lot of trouble, a lot of antics, a lot of kind of teenager-like behavior. She's kind of unhinged.
I think where we leave Cooper in the first season is, him maybe not wanting to go play it safe still. So it's like, how close to the edge can he get? Where does my character fit into this whole dynamic? And he comes in and makes a big splash in a very Gatsby-esque kind of way. And, Cooper notices.
I was really excited to explore forgiveness and also jealousy. Like, when James Marsden's character comes on, he's like the Count of Monte Cristo, the Great Gatsby, comes in and has this incredible charisma and wealth, and you just see everyone in the neighborhood just kind of like sit up straight to be like, wait, we thought that we were the top of the top, but like somebody else is coming and it seems like he may be the one.
I had a pretty good idea of the first 3 seasons. Now I'm hoping to do more than that, so we'll see, but I know where it ends.
I mean, it's just so much bigger, right? It's so much bigger and bolder. The stakes are higher. I worked really closely with Jonathan Tropper, who created it. We really added so many things you'll see in the first episode. I think we're still exploring like deception, lies. Of course, lies is a big one. People pretending to be something they're not. I think it always just goes back to lying, and then you throw in basically the idea that, again, just no one is who they say they are, and they're all pretending to be someone else. And that combined with consumerism and luxury goods makes for a great story.
I think this show has a lot more heart than people really, than is on the surface. And also, I like the show in that it takes that American dream of materialism and it actually breaks it down into that it's not that important. Like, what's most important is the people who are in our lives and who we surround ourselves with. That's what's important. And so I love how it highlights that. I think people like how that highlights that, because I think we're getting very sick of this hyper-consumerism kind of thing. And there's a place for it, but there's also, it's like we've gotten so far away from what's really important, and that's people interaction and human interaction. That's really, really important. I think the themes are really timely. We have James Marsden, who, like, is he a theme? He should be. We're all in love with James. Like, I'm not even kidding you. When the season started, I would go to my wardrobe face. Have you met James? No, I haven't met him. Hair and makeup. Have you met James? No, I haven't. And then I did, and I was like, have you met James? Like, he's just the best. We're so lucky to have him. But it explores a little, that too, and especially with Coop's storyline with Mel, like forgiveness. Can you forgive? Can you forget? Can you move forward in a different way? The addition of a new character is also really interesting because he does something that kind of, again, really topples the house of cards that Elena and Coop have built, and it just brings like more and more problems and more money, more problems, literally.
Instead of just, Coop's career being on the line, you have people's lives are on the line. And also my favorite part, coming from season 1 to season 2 is that you've kind of had some time with all the characters now, and so you have all the interactions starting to branch out, and you've got a lot of really great, fun moments between all the different characters that you couldn't really have in the first season just because you're getting to know all of them for the first time.
you'll have to wait and see. There's lots of drama, there's suspense. It's still super funny. Like, the show is so funny. But yeah, there are many hijinks, many capers, many things that ensue this season. Season 2, it does it. It feels like it ratchets everything up a notch a little bit. Like, how do you kind of like raise the stakes even more for John's character and for all the friends and neighbors? And I think it really successfully does that. So.
There are real relationships that are formed and continue to grow. There's obviously lies. It's a messy show in a lot of ways. But the loyalty in both the romantic relationships and the friendships, I think, are what keep people connected to the show. It's like the connective tissue for viewers. So yeah, I would say love, lies, and loyalty.
Definitely self-identity when it comes to our acquisitions, our materialism, what we have, what we own, and whether or not it actually says something about you, and what the choices you make can maybe say more than what you have.
She is making some fun decisions this series, maybe things you wouldn't expect her to do. She kind of plays with the big boys, which is exciting. I am thrilled. I can't believe it, and I'm coming back, which is very exciting. Liv was only meant to be in, I heard one scene initially, and I managed to get 3 seasons so far, so I'm thrilled.
TV making perspective, what's so cool is to be shooting in New York. We go various fun locales as well, but it's so fun to have New York actors, New York locations, New York crew, New York. It is really meaningful and very bonding because again, it's a big set. There's a lot of people doing their jobs, and at the end of the day, it's pretty beautiful to watch everybody come together to tell the same story. And I think that we're all just looking forward to hanging out all summer again. It's a nice crew.
Kat is living her best life, as always. She is helping everybody else around her and drinking the champagne. You don't see her working a whole lot this season, but she is working behind the scenes and helping out the family, and don't want to spoil anything toward the end, but helping some people out of trouble. The truth is we're all really good friends, and we've been working in New York in a lot of theater and TV for decades, some of us, so it's really nice. We get to hang out and pretend that we're rich and famous and wealthy, and it's really a dream because we all know where it starts, which is a lot of hard work.
I think you will find Gordy up to some hijinks as we get later in the season, so pay attention.
I think in season 2 we get a little bit more of Suzanne, which is exciting. She starts to kind of repair her friendship with Olivia Munn's character, which is exciting, and possibly start to get into some mischief in that zone, but I don't want to give away too much. But we get to do some fun stuff, including some singing. Suzanne is getting into a little bit more mischief and a little more silly stuff.